बंधन अनेक बार सर्व कला समरथ डोलन तेरा को प्रभु नानक दे कर हथ तत विचार यह मथुरा जग तारन को अवतार बनायो जपयो जिन अर्जन देव गुरु फिर संकट जोन गर्भ न आयो। गुरु प्यारी गुरु सवारी साध संगत जी, in the current days of the Panth, we remember a Mahan being, Sadh Sangat Ji, the king of Shaheed, the embodiment of absolute bliss, peace, Dhan Dhan Shri Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj. And Sadh Sangat Ji, before we connect today to their Jeevan, let us all place our Hazri in this darbar. Sarbat Sangat, please join me in the blessed Fateh of Dhan Dhan Shri Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. Akho Ji, Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Sadh Sangat Ji, throughout human history, we have seen that those beings who have spoken truth in this world, Sadh Sangat Ji, they begin to change the mind of the masses. And while this is a blessing for the common person, these beings become a threat to those who are corrupt. Those beings who wish to oppress people, who wish to take away others' freedom, who want their ideology to come forth. It is these people, Sadh Sangat Ji, that find their enemy in the speakers of truth. Now, Sadh Sangat Ji, when we remember the Shaheedi of Dhan Dhan Shri Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj, Sikh scholars have mentioned many reasons, many karan for the Shaheedi, but it really comes down to Sadh Sangat Ji, this principle. Sadh Sangat Ji, during that time, the ruler's name was Jahangir, and in his own writings, he says that what Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj is doing is that he has started a shop of falsehood. This is in his writings. He's saying what the Guru is doing is absolutely false. And Sadh Sangat Ji, the fire within him to already take out Guru Arjan Dev Ji, it was already there, but Sadh Sangat Ji, we will see how more oil was added to this fire. They began to see, Sadh Sangat Ji, that people of many faiths started to bow down to Guru Sahib. They were the Hindu scholars, wise person, that went to the sanctuary of the Guru and began, Sadh Sangat Ji, to fall in love with this Guru. Sadh Sangat Ji, Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj was no normal being. When you come into the darbar of a divine being, Sadh Sangat Ji, or any being who has reached a heightened state because of the truth, you don't need to ask them how much Simran do you do. You don't need to ask them how much Gurbani do you read, how much Seva do you do, because Sadh Sangat Ji, just being in their presence, Sadh Sangat Ji, this mind which wavers in 10 directions begins to settle down. This being that is constantly stressed, Sadh Sangat Ji, just being in their presence begins to cool down, begins to find peace within themselves. Such is the aura of the heightened being. And now Sadh Sangat Ji, Tan Shri Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj, they were the embodiment of light, Akal Purkh Waheguru themselves. And Sadh Sangat Ji, many individuals that just came to have the darshan of Guru Arjan Dev Ji fell in love with the Guru and wanted to devote themselves to the Guru. When they started to experience the aura, the pratap of Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj, Jahangir started to see Sadh Sangat Ji, where there was very wise Hindu scholars, Brahmins going to the sanctuary of the Guru. Alongside this, very wise Muslim scholars were also beginning to bow down to Guru Arjan Dev Ji and accepting Guru Arjan Dev Ji as their Peer, as their Guru. And now, of course, Sadh Sangat Ji, Jahangir thought to himself that if this continues to happen, what will happen to the Muslim faith? Sangat Ji, there's a name we know very well, which comes up, Sai Miya Mir. Sai Miya Mir Sadh Sangat Ji, during that time, was one of the top pracharaks of the Muslim faith. They used to preach the Islamic teachings and connect the people to Islam during that time. And Sadh Sangat Ji, the day he came into the sanctuary of Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj, like we talked about earlier, when he experienced the blessings that were flowing from this Guru, he could not help but devote himself to the Guru. He wanted to do nothing but go into the seva of Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj. And again, Sadh Sangat Ji, Jahangir, he thought to himself that if a Muslim preacher who connected people to Islam, if he has now started to bow down to the Guru, then what will happen to our faith? Again, this is oil being added to the fire which was already there. And Sadh Sangat Ji, there was many complaints along the way. When people started to leave the rituals, leave the practices they were doing for generations, and began to listen to the Upadesh, to the teachings of the Guru, many started to complain that this Guru needs to be gone. He is removing what we have been doing for generations. Sadh Sangat Ji, alongside this, there's another name we're all very familiar with, and that's Chandu. And usually, Chandu's name comes up when we talk about the Shaheedi of Guru Arjan Dev Ji. Chandu was a reason, but not the only reason, Sadh Sangat Ji. The daughter of Chandu, Sadh Sangat Ji, the rishta was done to Tan Shri Guru Har Gobind Sahib Ji Maharaj, the son of Guru Arjan Dev Ji. And Sadh Sangat Ji, when Chandu had asked, where you have gotten the rishta of my daughter, and And when they told him it was the house of the Guru, Sadh Sangat Ji, he came in ahankar. He came in ego. And he began to say, look at where our status is. And you got my rishta done to that. He spoke very lowly of the Guru's house. And Sadh Sangat Ji, there were a couple of Gursikhs like you sitting down right now that overheard what Chandu was saying, and they went to Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj. They say, Maharaj, don't accept this rishta. He spoke very lowly of the Guru's darbar. And those of us who read Gurbani, the Guru says, Har jiyo ahankar na paave. The primal being, Akal Purkh, does not like ego. And those who are doing nindya of the Guru are not accepted. And so Sadh Sangat Ji, Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj did not accept the rishta being done. This became yet another reason, another complaint, more oil added to the fire, Sadh Sangat Ji. There were kavis sent to Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj during that time. There were poets. And they told Guru Arjan Dev Ji that there is no praise of Muhammad in Guru Granth Sahib Ji. Sadh Sangat Ji, Muhammad is the avatar, the peer of what the Muslims follow. And so they were saying that your Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj does not contain any praise of Islam, does not contain praise of Muhammad. Add it in. And during this time, Sadh Sangat Ji, let us not forget where this Bani has come from. When you're sitting at school and you're writing down a test, Sadh Sangat Ji, and you have a question that comes up, you first think about what the answer is. And once you've got it in your head, then you start to write it down. And Sadh Sangat Ji, we can make the mistake of thinking that Gurbani was written in the same way. That this came to the Guru's mind and they wrote it down, just like how we would write down a paper. But Sadh Sangat Ji, this is not true. The Guru tells us how Gurbani was written. It did not come from the mind. The Guru says, Jaisi mai aave khasam ki bani, taisada kari gyan ve lalo. The Guru says this Bani has come. They're not saying I created this Bani. This Bani has come, and as it has come, so I have spoken it. It is through the hukum, the command of Akal Purkh, of the primal being which pervades within you, without you, that is present right now. It is through that being's hukum that this Bani is being written, and Guru Arjan Dev Ji refused to change even one letter of this Bani. And so Sadh Sangat Ji rejecting these kavi became yet another reason, another complaint. More oil added to the fire. Sadh Sangat Ji, after hearing all these things, Zahangir finally decided that this Guru needs to be taken care of. And they gave the command that this Guru needs to be encaptured. So Sadh Sangat Ji, they sent their men. Guru Arjan Dev Ji was brought. And they were tortured for 5 days, Sadh Sangat Ji. 5 days. When they began Sadh Sangat Ji, they first got a very large pot of water. They boiled it till it was absolutely boiling. And then Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj was placed in this burning hot pot of water. Now Sadh Sangat Ji, think for a moment, there may have been a time in your life where you might have accidentally put your hand in hot water or gotten something hot on your skin. But Sad Sangji, even then you must have pulled away right away. The skin may have gotten damaged, but you pulled away just before it can cause more pain. Sad Sangji, Guru Arjan Dev Ji was kept in this water. They were kept in there. Entire body was kept in there. And by the time Sad Sangji had come out, of course, the entirety of their skin was completely damaged by this point. Sad Sangji, the next thing that was done to the Guru is there was boiling hot sand poured on top of their head. Now Sangat Ji, boiling hot sand by itself must have been very painful, but the Guru's skin was already completely damaged, so that meant that if they added sand now, it would be even more painful. So you can imagine by this point what the Guru is experiencing, Sad Sangji. But Sad Sangji, it did not end there. The final thing they had done is Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj was sat upon a burning hot plate. And Sad Sangji, the men were about to place Guru Arjan Dev Ji themselves. Guru Arjan Dev Ji told them there's no need. They themselves went and sat upon the plate. And Sad Sangji, the bones were visible. The damage was completely visible. It was hard to see the body had become so damaged, Sad Sangji. And shortly after this, after a few events, came the Jyoti Jyot of Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj. Now Sangat Ji, when we listen to these Sakhiyas, I want you to think about a time that you experienced a lot of pain. Think about a time you were uncomfortable in any way. And how did you react in that moment? What was your first response to such a thing? And Sad Sangji, when we look at the amount of pain that our Guru must have faced, how did they react, Sad Sangji? Their body is going through immense suffering, but still, Sad Sangji, they remain in a state of absolute bliss, in a state of absolute peace. And while sitting on that plate, Sad Sangji, they do the bhajan that we read. Tera kiya meetha lage. The Guru is saying, your actions, your hukum seems so sweet to me. Sad Sangji, how many times when you have faced something painful in your life, that there was a minor inconvenience in your life, Sad Sangji, how did you react? A lot of us, we start to worry, we start to rant, we may start to cry, we'll get stressed, come in fear, in doubt. But Sad Sangji, how many of us, after facing such a difficulty, remembered Akal Purkh in meditation? It is truly something to think about. Sad Sangati, the Guru tells us in the Mahan Rachana that Tan Shri Guru Arjan Dev Ji themselves have comprised, which we know as Sukhmani Sahib. And say, Kal tati thanda har naam, simar simar sada sukh paam. The Guru is saying the winds are very hot. Now Sangataji, when they say the winds are very hot, it does not necessarily mean they're talking about just the wind. In Gurbani, this udaharan comes multiple times. Tati vauna lagui, var braham sharanai. The hot winds don't even come near those who come to the sanctuary of Akal Purkh. Sad Sangati, what the Guru is saying, that any form of pain, any form of suffering does not come to those who have connected to Waheguru. And if you look at this pankti in the same sense, Tati vauna lagui. Sad Sangati, anything in your life that may cause you pain, that may cause you suffering, Sad Sangaji, it does not even come near those beings such as Guru Arjan Dev Ji. Why? Because simar sada sukham. The Guru has said, after doing so much Naam Simran, after connecting to Waheguru through meditation, I have reached such a state that absolutely nothing can make me waver. There is nothing that can happen to me that will cause pain, that will cause suffering. And Sad Sangji, while this body may have been going through extreme situations, because of that bhakti, of that avastha, of that spiritual state, they remain in absolute bliss in their life. And Sad Sangji, the reason we talk about these Sakhiyan, we remember the Shaheed is so we can learn something from them. Let us ourselves, Sad Sangji, learn how to act, how to respond to certain things in our life. And Sad Sangji, let us go over the complete bachan of the Shabd. We all know this pankti, Tira kiya meetha lag gaya. It is said over and over. But Sad Sangji, the Guru starts off this Shabd in the Rag Asa. And they say, Har ka naam hriday nit aayi, Sangi Sathi Sagal Tarai. Har ka naam hriday nit aayi. Sad Sangji, we know this word nit name. Something nit. Nit means something you do every single day, that you do all the time. Nit name is a practice you do every day, all the time. The Guru is saying, Har ka naam hriday nit aayi. I meditate, I do Simran of Akal Purkh's naam every single day, all the time. And Sad Sangji, when the Guru says these things, it does not mean that they were sitting in a chaunkada like you are all right now and had their eyes closed for 24 hours a day. We know the Guru did many things in their lives. They lived a Gristi Jeevan. They raised children. They did Upadesh. The Gurus did Kirk, Sad Sangji. So this kind of may confuse us, because we think Simran and meditation can only be done when we're sitting down like this and we close our eyes and we begin to say Naam Simran. So what type of Simran is the Guru talking about here? And some of you, Sad Sangji, you may be thinking a little bit smarter. You might say, well, while I'm walking, I could say Waheguru as well. That could be my simran. Well then, what about when you're eating? When you have food in your mouth, how are you going to do simran then? The Guru is saying, at every single moment I am meditating. And again, some of you who might be thinking a little smart, you might think, well, I can just say Waheguru in my head. Then Sad Sangati, what about when you're sleeping? The Guru says, Utata Bhatata Slovatanam. Even while the being goes to sleep, they're immersed in a Simran. How are you going to do Simran while you're sleeping? And Sad Sangati, this is Avastha. This is the spiritual state. It does begin, Sad Sangati. Any being who wants to obtain union with the Waheguru, who wants to reach a heightened state, Sad Sangati, it does begin by you sitting down in a chaunkada like you are right now and beginning to say Waheguru, Waheguru, attuning yourself to the mantra. But Sad Sangati, as you continue on this journey, such stages come that even while you were talking, while you were sleeping, while you were eating, Sad Sangati, while you were engaged in any activity, whether your mouth is moving or not, whether you are saying it in your mind or not, such a stage comes while you are immersed in a Naam at all times. Saas, saas, Simro Gobind, which each and every breath you remain attuned to Waheguru. But Sad Sangati, such stages cannot come by doing nothing. And so Sad Sangati, the Guru continues to say, Sangi Sathe Sagal Tarai. Sad Sangati, for those of you who may have paid attention in the beginning, we talked about those heightened beings. How does it feel? What is the experience of just being in their Sangha? When you begin to do this meditation, this Naam Simran at every single point, Sad Sangati, when you start to reach such a heightened states, your vibration, your aura leaves an impact on those around you. Your family, your friends, or just people sitting next to you. And so the Guru is saying, when I started doing this Simran at all points of my life, when they reached that Avastha, and of course Sad Sangati, the Guru is at Param Avastha, the embodiment of light themselves. They say those around me, after experiencing the impact, began to get saved as well. Sagal Tarai, Ovi Targe. The Guru continues, Gur mere sang sada hai nale. The Guru is always with me. Sad Sangati, the Guru is always with you. If we still in our minds think that the Guru was someone that was here 500 years ago, and they're not here now, we are very mistaken in our thinking, Sad Sangati. The Guru came in a Manukha form, but they are with us now in Shabad Guru. And Sad Sangati, the Nirgun Swarup is right now pervading all around us. The Guru is very much here. But how can we come to realize this Guru, Sad Sangati? How can we experience the Guru that is all around us? Simar, simar, this is sada samale Sad Sangati. After meditating, after doing Naam Simran, I can cherish this Guru. And now the Shabad Sad Sangati in the final Panktiya, it continues in the words that we're all used to hearing. Tera kiya meetha lage. Your command, your hukam. Sad Sangati, they're referring to that Guru that is everywhere. That Guru that is here at this moment, that Guru that is moving the game of life forward, whose command sets forth this entire universe, Sad Sangat Ji. They're saying, your hukam, your command seems sweet to me. They are attuned with this hukam. And finally, they say, Har Naam Padarth Nanak Mangay. And again, Sad Sangat Ji, in the final pankti of this line, they bring us back to that mool vichar, Har Naam Padarat. Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj says, I ask for the treasure of your Naam, for the treasure of your name, for the experience of Naam. And so Sad Sangat Ji, the Guru has laid out what we are to do in our lives. Let us try, Sad Sangat Ji, to learn something from the Sakhiyan. It is very nice to hear what the Guru has done, but Sad Sangat Ji, what are we doing if we're not taking anything from it? If we're not learning and try to live up to the potential that our Guru has left forward for us. That avastha, Sad Sangat Ji, they're not saying this is only me that can reach such a state. Sad Sangat Ji, the Guru has laid out the foundation into Guru Granth Sahib that you bow down to every time you come to the Gurdwara, to teach you how to obtain such states, Sad Sangat Ji. And so you must realize how lucky you are sitting here, listening to Kirtan, doing Simran, listening to the Katha, and you have been given the opportunity in this lifetime to truly connect to the Akal Purakh and Sad Sangat Ji. Let us not waste our time. Let us do as much Simran as possible. Let us try to reach the states the Guru has talked about. And Sad Sangat Ji, there is doubt sometimes that comes within our mind, that how many people have actually gone there, Sad Sangat Ji. But Sangat Ji, even after our Guru, in their physical form, Tan Shri Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, there have been countless Gurmukhs who, when they listened to the teachings of Gurbani, obtained supreme states, Sad Sangat Ji. There may be beings amongst you right now, Sad Sangat Ji, who have obtained such states. So Sad Sangat Ji, you have all listened with much love and much patience. Sabat Sang ne bade prem te agragata ne sharan kitta bhul na chukka di khema Sad Sangat Ji. Please join me in the blessed Fateh of Tan Shri Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. Akho ji, Waheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji ki Fateh.